asalaamaaleykum wa rahmatulah mbokk yi ñuy seetaan Star TV ci jamono bii nii ñu ngi fii nii ci Kotu Officers Mess di witness occasion boo xam ne xale yi ñoo fi war a graduate ci swimming mooy ci fey gannaaw bi ñu gisee ne dañ ko organise pour eradicate mooy drowning comme ni ñu ko waxee ci kàllaama tubaab yi mooy drowning moo nekk comme xale yi ñuy si géej bi di am ay accident ci biir géej bi so loolu lañ fi ñëw tey mooy graduation ceremony bi fii comme noonu lañ ko gisee ci gannaaw nii fii nii ci Kotu lañ nekk nii ñun man la Modou Lamine Sagnang teewal fii Star TV ñu ngi leen a dalal fii nii ci programme bi jërëjëf. ñu la dalal fii ci Star TV man maay Modou Lamine Sagnang Star TV tur bi.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Musa Kamara. I am a staff of this very place, Joint Officers Mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can please elaborate on the intention of doing this graduation for the kids.
Okay, the very day that we are into with regard to the graduation of these kids is something that it takes me a lot in my life because these are kids that we train within a period of 24 days. All what we are yearning for is for them to conduct their training peacefully and finish it in peacefully, and this is what we are looking at. As at now, today is their graduation, so this is why it's going to be very, very unfair if I don't say I am very much happy with all what has transpired between us and them, as I am also the lead trainer of this group. I also have my trainers with me, which I have been working with them tirelessly. Then thank God we have achieved our aim.
Can you tell us, during the course of the process in which you were training the kids, what were your difficulties that you faced, because it's not easy to gather kids around. So what were your difficulties in trying to gather these kids?
Anyway, as I said, we have been encountering so many difficulties because they are young kids, and some of them, I can say this is their first time that they have been getting an idea of even knowing how to swim. Some of them, the first day that they come here, they were scared of at least even entering into the pool. We experienced seeing kids shouting so badly, saying that they cannot go into the pool because they were all scared due to the nature that they have been hearing what sometimes reactions of water does. But with all that, hence we are trained and we have been training so long, we got the idea of how to motivate them and at least bring them over. They make them confidence of that they are going to do it and they will do it, and this is what they have done.
And how were you able to convince their parents? Because it's not easy for parents to leave their children, to come to swimming. How were you people able to convince their parents that their kids will be safe in your hands?
Yeah. Anyway, it was also another challenge for us because it was not easy for certain parents to understand that their kids are undergoing a training that is going to be under the supervision of we the coaches that we are not known to them, but we also took our time by talking to them and assuring them that their kids are safe by showing them our level of professional towards this issue, because although all of us that are taking this, we are very professional trainers, swimmers, and we all are all certificate national-wide in order to train and how to rescue and other stuff. So meaning, although we talked to them and thank God we were able to convince them and they have the confidence with us, and by the opening day, most of the parents were here. They saw us with their kids, how we at least motivate their kids to get into the water. Then at a time we do invite them to bring over their parents to see along the course what are they doing. So we have been doing that for several times to invite their parents to come and see, and which they have been doing. So, and anytime they come, they are always pleased and having the courage that their kids are safe and very well happy with us.
TV.
Alaikum salam bro. Man mangi tuda Aliou Mbenga.
Aliou Mbenga. Aliou Mbenga, ñu ngi gis yéen a ngi war a graduate ay xale fii nii naka nga gis teewaay nit ñi tey.
Waaw teewaay bi rafet na trop te lii rek la xale doon xaar xam nga parce que ñëw nañ def nañ luñ leen doon sant yëpp te they were well behave xam nga so training bi dem na si jaama léegi alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin gaa ñëw nañ tey daal pour seen graduation bi daal waaw.
waaw lu ma la bëgg a laaj mooy naka ngeen convincer seen parents yi seen waajur yi ne seen xale yi bu ñëwee ci seen loxo nañ mën a safe because xam nga ne easy pour bàyyi sa doom mu ñëw especially ci swimming naka ngeen convincer seen parents yi pour ñu mën a allow seen doom yi ñu ñëw. waaw
laajte bu am solo la parce que soo ko seetee Gambia luñ dee lose annually si ñu dee drown si géej bi daf dee bari trop so mu am ñu come up with this motive like nañ try ñu jàngal xale ni ñoo swimmer parce que du si pool bi rek so dañ wan parents yi ne sa doom mun na moo rëcca ida tàggu na la wala tàgguwut la mun na moo nekk indi pool side wala mu dem si géej bi bugg a sangu so su mun ta dimbale boppam there is like high probability that mun na moo ñaaka life am si ndox bi xam nga so with that soo ko waxee every parent ne am na solo torop xale bi xam nu moo swimmer mun a defend boppam at least su duggee si biir ndox bi so fa naa loolu daal parents boo ko wax rek doy na waar pour xam nga gars yi mun a xam ne waa loo xam ne lu taxaw la te dina dimbale seen doom yi torop.
waaw su ñëwee si wàllu nguur bi lan ngeen nekk di séntu ci nguur bi ne at least ñu mun leen a dimbale lan ngeen a séntu si nguur bi.
waaw nguur bi ñu ngi gën a séntu si moom mu gën ñoo dimbale rek parce que association bi tam bu mu dooree yàgg na it was like 2007 2008 especially like us the lifeguards so gën nañoo soxla ay equipments ay bagages ay jumtukaay xam nga yu ñoo gën a mun a dimbalee nit yi ñu war a rëcca si ndox bi gën nañoo soxla tamit xam nga ndimbal comme ay phones ñu dugal seen loxo parce que soo ko seetee worldwide dëgg la lifeguarding volunteer job la waa at least government si ak other entities dañ dee dugal seen loxo tuuti pour dimbale leen tam at least pour ñu mun a dimbale seen boppa ñoom tamit parce que nit ki su nekkee si liggéey rek foog yow tam nga koo ñaax lu ndaw mu gën a xam nga am cawarte si lu moo def mu xam ne waaw nu mu bon am na keneen ku ma gestu waaw soo ñu ngee ñaan government bi daal nu ñu mun a gestoo rek mu dimbale ñu rek nañ ko apprécier trop.
ok jërëjëf bro.
waaw jërëjëf bro.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, sponsors of this training program, parents, graduates, and media personnel present here. I am honored and pleased to deliver this farewell speech today on the 10th of November 2018. It's a day of joy, particularly for the graduating students and their parents after completing 1 month training. I would like to thank the coaches for your dedication and commitment on the students over the past 1 month. I also thank the people behind the project. You are making an impact of the life of young kids. My dear graduates, despite some hard texts and difficulties that you have encountered in the course of your training in the Joint Officers Mess, of the end of all your completion, this part of the journey with great achievement of beautiful memories. Being taught with your off time does not mean that we hated you, but to prepare you for a greater challenge ahead of the natural you to face on swimming whatsoever. Build a strong foundation to your next level. At the point, I would like to appeal to my dear outgoing students to be good ambassadors of this Joint Officers Mess. Be kind and be good to people you meet in your life, and allow the word of God to guide you on your journey. On behalf of all my colleagues, I thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.
3 up to 7, 10, 11 are trained here for a 1 month long swimming exercise, and I am not surprised with what you will be seeing today, display of fantastic exercises in terms of swimming. It is rather unfortunate. I've been, the whole of my life I could not swim simply because we have this phobia. Once you fall into water, there is no branches, and this doesn't apply only to me, but most of us who are a little bit above the ages of 40 wouldn't be able to swim. Now that that trend is changing, we said, let's give the children chances, we give them opportunity, let's train them how to be able to swim so that they can be able to rescue other people and save themselves when they find themselves in difficult situations of swimming. I think the rationale is all about to help young people know how to swim and be able to help others when they are drowning. This is the rationale. So the program is arranged like this. It's unfortunate we are starting late, but we will be having a welcoming remarks by Sang Mendy, who is the project Gambia project coordinator for Swim for Life project, and then we will also have a statement by Musa Kamara. I'm sorry, I'm used to speaking and then facing my audiences, so if I'm giving them my back, it's a little bit of an awkward situation. Now, a statement will be given by Musa Kamara, the lead instructor. Then we will have demonstrations as we have seen here. More of them will be coming in terms of breaststroke and freestyle. We'll have a statement by a representative from the GNOC, a statement by a representative from the Ministry of Tourism, as well as a statement from the representative from the Ministry of Interior, then more demonstrations, and then we'll have a vote of thanks, as well as a keynote address by the Minister of Youth and Sports represented. Now, without much ado, I'll call on Sang Mendy, the Gambia Project Coordinator for Swim for Life, to make a statement. Sang, please come in.
Good morning, participants, parents, guardians, coaches, representatives from the various ministries here present, the chairman of the National Sports Council representing the Minister of Youth and Sports, colleagues from the media, and all protocols duly observed. I bring you greetings, of course, from members of the Swim for Life and our participants here present. We are delighted to welcome you all to this closing ceremony of the second edition of the Swim for Life Gambia project. As we bring to an end a project designed to train children aged 6 to 18 to learn how to swim, let me remind you that annually, close to 100 people drown in sea or in pools across the country. Out of these drowned cases, lives are lost. Most of the lives lost are of the children between the age bracket we are graduating here today. This is the reason why a project like this was conceived 2 years ago, where we trained 30 children for a month long. This year, 38 children registered with us. Out of these 38, 31 are graduating today. It is gratifying to say that 95%, if not 98% of those graduating here today can swim on their own from one end of the pool to another without support or without protective gears. This to us is a success. You will soon see with your eyes, or you've already seen some of it, but you will see more with your eyes, that the kids have been trained and have been trained very well. Swim for Life Gambia project has two objectives. One, to save lives through training. Two, to produce future national swimmers. We have no doubt that some of these kids won't be scared to hop into the pool or the sea to save a colleague who is about to drown. This is because they acquired the skills in this project. Swim for Life Gambia want to do more. We want to go as far as every corner of this country to train people to learn how to swim, because the Gambia is surrounded by sea waters. Today, we are doing this because of the sponsorship package we received from Long Life Shorts through Kenneth Ove Nielsen, a Norwegian national, who sponsored the cost of the pool, the cost for the inducement or remuneration of the coaches, and also the shorts that the kids are wearing. We are calling on all stakeholders to come on board and partner with the Swim for Life to make this an annual project. I urge the government of the Gambia, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, to think of how to embrace such a project. I will also call on the National Olympic Committee to think of how to support such an initiative, because this is what we call real catch them young. How can I end without calling on the Ministry of Tourism and Interior? I'm calling on these two ministries because swimming as a leisure is done around the tourism development area. And this is where we have the Ministry of Tourism. And when a life is lost due to drowning, it concerns the Ministry of Interior. So these three tripartite ministries are very important in partnering with Swim for Life. And I'm calling on them to come and partner with us, as well as the Gambian National Olympic Committee. Once again, let me welcome you to this closing ceremony. And to you participants, I hope that you will continue swimming by encouraging your parents to take you back to the pools after this event. We hope that we will have more funds to take you as even instructors when we go out to train across the country. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Really honored to be here to share this beauty and experience in our life as Gambians, and you, the young children. I'm singularly honored to speak on behalf of the Ministers, Youth and Sports, and as a chairman of the National Sports Council, to be associated with this event. Swim for Life Gambia take this initiative upon themselves with no sponsorship to train young Gambians to swim, not only to swim, but how to save life in our seas or waters. I commend the organizers of this event. It's only bold for one to start an initiative and work to achieve success. Sang has not only been a good friend to me, but a brother. And when he started this work with his team, we were informed, and it's a venture that we appreciate very well. He's a young, dynamic Gambian who is not only into journalism, but dedicate his time to help nurture our young children in sports. He has a passion for different sports in this country, and decided with his team of enthusiasts, especially in swimming, to launch this initiative where young children of ages 4 upwards could be brought in at one venue and trained to be swimmers and to save life, not only Gambians, but residents of the Gambia who uses our waters day in, day out. So this being a second edition is very, very important for the ministry and the Gambia as a nation. Me, you seeing standing in front of you, suffered from the loss of a young brother, Yusufa Dabo. Yusufa and his colleague went to the sea. It happened in Ramadan. You know, in those days, children from Manjai, Tipakunda, Bakau, Bijilo, Kololi will move to Palmarik to swim. Unfortunately for this young brother, he's still felt by the family. And he went to swim with his friend at Palma Beach. And unfortunately, for that fateful day, 5 of them died in the water. When the news broke out, the whole family wept, because this young kid was loved by everyone. So we were really touched. And bringing people here to be trained to swim and to save life is very, very important and is commendable. We would encourage you to continue with this, because the graduates, they are so young, but you could see the enthusiasm and the zeal being exhibited here. Not many can do this. So having to bring children of this category or age to be trained to swim is laudable and commendable, and I encourage you to continue. Not rest, we will give it all the support through the Sports Council that this event becomes an annual event fully supported by the Sports Council and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Because these are future athletes for the Gambia. We said grassroots. In our sports development, we have to start from the grassroots. So if Sang Wisdom Mendy and the team decided to take this upon themselves as young Gambians with passion for sports, to bring young people together to be trained as swimmers and lifesavers, I think it will be foolhardy for the ministry and us, the Sports Council, to ignore your activities. This is real grassroots development when it comes to swimming, and therefore all support would be garnered to make sure you develop to the point where you want to be. Again, as I said, I challenge the GNOC, because this domain is under them, to give it the fullest support and the fullest funding. And the Honorable Minister at Tourism, here you are, take this as your baby, we will give you the support. But you have to, and your entire ministry, study the efforts of Swim for Life Gambia and give them the necessary support and incentives to train our kids who wish to become future lifesavers for Gambians and non-Gambians that venture into our seas on a daily basis. Sang, we're really proud of you and your team. And the graduates, the trainers, we encourage you to continue with what you have started. Honestly, there is nothing that we cannot do together if we all move together as a team. Teamwork is the cornerstone to success. And what is being exhibited here is not only showcasing Sang Wisdom Mendy, but his entire team and trainers. For the parents who volunteered to register their children, we thank them very much for what they have done. This is what is expected of us when we are called upon to register our kids. It's not only to create fun, but to train them how to become good lifesavers tomorrow. Remember, one life saved in the sea saves a lot of generations. So if Gambia or Swim for Life Gambia has come to demonstrate that and to exhibit, I urge or challenge my own government to give it weight. Because when tens of lives are lost in the Gambia or in the sea, the government is always worried. And that's why I challenge the Ministry of Interior, because instructions or guidelines or rules will be given as how to prevent our young ones from going to sea. Now that we have a group dedicated and ready to help us save life from the sea, we should give it an encouragement and support, both morally and financially. This is a laudable initiative, and on behalf of the ministry, I encourage you and I promise through Sports Council, we will weigh on the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Honorable Minister, Adrame Sidibe, to consider this and to include it in their sporting budget. Because going around as the norm in the Gambia, when people have associations or organizations, we always go around to seek for donations to make our programs successful. This should be different from that, because you've come into being to train and to save life. And therefore, the government of the Gambia, through the Minister of Youth and Sports and the National Youth Sports, should take this as a challenge and give you all the necessary support. And I'm quite sure it will be done. Now, the tourism ministry is a dynamic one, and I'm quite so seeing this or hearing this. And a challenge from the Sports Council, but this is directly under him, I could say, directly because the beaches are under the tourism, and the waters where the hotels are under the authority. I would also not forget to challenge the Ministry of Fisheries, because you have a lot of people, they're encouraging Gambians to become fishermen. But when they go onto the sea and there's a calamity, you have people to rescue them. So if Swim for Life Gambia has come into being to save those lives, going to get us the fish from the sea for our daily food, I think then the Ministry of Fisheries should also join this crusade to give life to Swim for Life Gambia. Once again, on behalf of the Minister of Youth and Sports, the National Sports Council Board and the Secretariat, I take this opportunity to once again thank the organizers for Swim for Life Gambia for the efforts. Bringing one children station at one place for 1 month to be trained is not an easy thing. So we definitely commend you, and we encourage you to continue. And from henceforth, the Sports Council is challenged, and the challenge will be taken on board. And definitely we will make it known to the ministry, and whatever support we can get, we'll make sure it is part of our activities, so that you are given the necessary tools and support to develop this laudable initiative. I thank you very much, and thank everyone who left his house to come and attend. And also thank the media. You've been following our sports and all activities in the Gambia. Make sure the Gambian people are aware of what is happening. You create an awareness, because not many people are aware of this, but through your coverage, the entire country will become aware of it. I know Sang and the team are proactive people, individuals, who will not rest until they see the program success. So you having to cover it is commendable, and we encourage you. Make sure the entire country see this, because it will create an opportunity for other parents who haven't sent their children to next time register their children in this initiative. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Can Nima Sata Sane Jata, what do you call it? Nima Sata Tamedu. Congratulations. We have Anna Jata. Anna Jata is receiving her certificate. Anna Jata is having a certificate. I said, watch out. Watch out. Okay, Modlamin Jame and Modlamin Toure. Modlamin Toure. Modlamin Toure. Actually, I can attest. Modlamin Toure is one of our best swimmers. We are training him to become the next cohort of instructors and representing us in the Olympics, I hope. Modlamin Toure, congratulations. Next is Mohamed Lamin Sise. Mohamed Lamin Sise. Mohamed Lamin Sise. Can we move it quick? Omar Sise, can you get ready? Mohamed Lamin Sise, this is Omar Sise next. High speed, that's Omar Sise, high speed. Can we give high speed a round of applause? This is Omar Sise and the Sports Journalists Association. We are coming to the tail end of it, but before we go, we want to invite one of the participants to give a vote of thanks and tell us a little bit. How do they feel about this month-long training. Yamanjai, can you come here, please? Yamanjai, come here, please.
Whom giving us the strength, the mind, and power to stand before in this auspicious occasion. Mr. Chairperson, invited guests, and all other protocols to respectfully observe. Good morning to you all. Before I start onto any, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Yamanja, a member of this mentor program. I'm here to deliver a speech on behalf of my colleagues. As we all know, every journey must have an ending, and today marks the end of our journey. The Swim for Life project has helped many children who have never gone for any swimming training. Though the training was not easy with us, but when you have good trainers with you to lean on, who are well qualified with their job and willing to give the best. In West Africa, more than 5% of our deaths are caused by drowning. Swimming is an exercise of its own. One can take swimming as sport activity. It is also fun and enjoyable too. During our training here, we were taught different types of swimming, such as breaststroke, freestyle, sustain, diving, and also floating. Rescue is the most important part of it. We are not only taught how to swim, but also how to rescue lives. In conclusion, allow me to thank the people who made it possible for us to gather in this auspicious occasion today. The coordinator, Mr. Sangmende, the president of the Lifeguard Association, the Gambia, Mrs. Jena Bajalo, Ami Jawara, and also our trainers, Mr. Kamara, Ibrahima Jata, Aliu Menga, and also Keba Jalo. I therefore thank every single son present here today. Long live the Swim for Gambia project. Thank you all for your kind attention.